All right, here we go. This is it. 1, 2, a 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. I'm sure you know we have a guest for this week's episode. Welcome to Staying Relevant, the podcast hosted by two bestest of best pals, Peter James, Jonathan Joseph Wicks, and me, Sam Thompson.
We will get on to the fabulous guest we've got, but before that, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping. I will be swearing. If you don't like it, go f*** yourself. Normally I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking at the minute because it's a new year, it's a new me. I am still the same prick I was in 2024. I'm just a less drunk one. So that's good. Make sure you rate, review, follow, do all of that crap. It makes Sam happy. Make sure you follow Josh's digital YouTube fucking page thing because that's the only reason we pay him. And also, this is a main episode, which means it's Monday, so you'll be able to watch this on Friday on YouTube, and then we'll be doing the bonus episode, which comes out audibly on a Thursday, which you can watch on a Sunday visually, which means that you can catch us on a
Monday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday.
Lovely.
Wow.
Sam, I think you can take it away.
Do you know what I love is that you all know who this is already because he's already given us a classic laugh that we all know and love. And there you go. It's, of course, the reigning king of the jungle, Mr. Danny Jones.
Yay.
Absolute hero from one king to another, sir.
Mate, good
what
to see
an
you, man.
honour to have you on here.
Thanks so much.
One king to another and sort of a nearly guy.
Yeah.
Why were you a nearly
He's
guy?
a semi-finalist.
I didn't even get to a final, mate, on Strictly. I was just, that was it, semi-final, kicked out, that was job done. So we've got two winners of a show and a bloke that did it.
There's time, mate. There's time.
Time's run out and I was fucking shit. So
Were you actually?
Yeah, I was fucking
No, he was
awful,
fucking
mate.
brilliant. He's just saying that. Danny, I remember, I was saying this to Pete before you came in, I remember seeing you at the airport
Mate.
before we went to Australia.
Yeah.
And I'm going out to do the Unpacked show and you're on our flight and I see the look of fear in your face.
Yeah.
Before we've all had, by the way, anyone who's been on that show will know it's the nerves you have before that show. And do you remember what I said to you? What did I call? I said you were going to win it.
You did, but the thing is, you don't believe it then.
You don't believe anything Sam says.
He's like, mate, come on, don't say that yet. I'm not even in.
You two look so uncomfortable being so close together. You've got no space. It looks like you're on some sort of weird date.
I have no
Do you know
problem
what
with that.
this looks like? For anyone listening, what it actually looks like when you watch this on YouTube is that you two are in couples therapy. I'm sat here with an iPad.
Already?
And it's like, yeah.
We're already arguing.
So, yeah, tension between the kings. But anyway, yeah, go on, tell the story.
No, yeah. When I saw you on the plane, mate, I was entering the unknown, literally, and seeing your face and Joel actually was amazing because you gave me, like, you bigged me up for a start. Yeah, mate, you're gonna have an amazing time. And then you give me some tips, and I was like, this is amazing, but it's so much to take in. But I loved. It made that journey so much more better because I was sketching out, mate, for the first time in my life.
Out.
I have never felt that way before. That was like,
Danny kept
Were you
on
that nervous about
oh
it?
mate,
and I knew this was going to be he kept on coming behind because I was like, we were at the back of the plane basically, and Danny obviously being sort of like the cast and the star was like at the front, and he kept on coming back and being like, Sam, I need more advice. He was like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Danny, can you remember any of the advice that Sam gave you?
Was it any good?
don't be a dick.
Well, he should have taken his own advice when he was there. Did he just say find someone and annoy him? Because that's how Sam won. He had Tony Bellew. So was that his thing?
Yeah, he said that. He said annoy Barry.
Yeah, annoy a boxer and you'll be fine.
Yeah, annoy a boxer. It's funny that because you had a boxer mate.
But
I
we're
had a
very
boxer
similar.
mate.
I could tell
We are,
immediately
yeah.
when we met, I went, your vibe, Danny's energy was exactly what I think that show brings out of you perfectly.
Yeah.
And the moment I saw you, I was like, that's why I called you for win. I was like, I know Danny's going to win because you're going to enjoy it so much. And you went in nervous and you come out after this amazing experience that no one will ever understand as well.
That's the thing that hit me when I first saw you two as well. He told me how real it was in there as well. He said, mate, you're going to be hungry, you're going to be tired, but you're going to have the best sleeps of your life. Just remember that. Remember that you're going to be, it's going to be challenging. You'll want to get out to do trials. I was like, oh, okay. And I never thought of it that way. And when you're in there, you want to get out to do trials.
Yeah.
But then when I was on a way to a trial, I was like, oh no, what am I in for? So it's this real, what I thought about it was it's always a mind game. Everything in there that you do is always a mind game.
Yeah.
And it's challenging you.
And you know what? Danny comes out and he goes, I thought of you almost every day in there.
Every
Danny
day.
Jones! Thought about me almost every day.
What, sort of in like a weird way?
The advice.
No, just like he was almost on my shoulder going, like with what he said on the plane, like, mate, remember you're going to
God,
be
can
hungry.
you
remember you're
imagine
gonna be...
if there was actually a little Sam on your shoulder?
Could you put one in?
Yeah, Jesus, can you imagine?
Can we
That'd
gif
be
it?
awful, having Sam in your fucking head all the time. It's like me, but that's mostly because he's calling me all the time.
Which he doesn't pick up to at all.
What was
Oh,
your...
are you one of them?
No, never, mate. Dude,
Oh,
he'll
no.
hang up on you as well. He'll actively,
Oh, will he?
you'll see him hang up.
Like, what do you want? Let's get to the point and get the facts in. I ain't got time for fucking waffle. Do you know what I mean? Like,
play.
but do you know what I mean? He calls me in the morning and it'd be like, so I don't really know what t-shirt to wear today. You're a grown man. Pick a t-shirt and fucking wear it.
That's
Danny,
What
I'm gonna be
do you want
messaging
from me,
next.
mate?
I've got
What
Danny's number.
That's the beauty of your friendship.
Well, you say friendship. You know what I mean? We're colleagues.
Fuck off, we're brothers.
I'm contractually obliged these days to work with him. If he didn't make me money, I wouldn't be here.
That's probably true.
He means every word, Danny. He means every single word, mate. And that's what. Actually, do you know what? Before we carry on, we have to just mention this quickly. We have someone in this studio who, I mean, look, you know I'm a big fan of yours anyway, but is a massive, massive fan of yours.
Oh, yeah.
Our producer Pippa.
Oh, producer Pippa.
Is a massive McFly, but not just McFly, Danny Jones fan.
Oh, really?
She
I love
actually-
it.
well,
You probably recognise me from,
Yeah, because you've met before.
What? Okay,
You've
where?
met before, we've made that sound a bit weird, like she's sort of been in the bushes outside your house. And as of yet,
I've had that before.
Yeah. we don't know for sure, but we don't think she's done
No,
that.
not at
But I've actually got a picture of you and producer Pip staying over there from when you first met, and it's used to with your friend who is mostly forehead and not child, but it's okay. I've checked if I'm allowed to say that, and you'll know what I mean. You know what I mean? This girl, I mean, we're supposed to be looking at you two, but all I can look at is this other girl's forehead. But love her, bless her, it's not a forehead, it's a fivehead. But here you are with Pippa. So this is you, obviously you know who you are.
Oh my
Pippa.
God.
This is Pippa there with, so you Pippa and forehead there. In a picture from how many years
We
ago?
go way back.
Oh my God.
2008.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Look how bad that shirt is I'm wearing.
I mean, the fact you've gone for the shirt and not the fucking hair, mate. I mean, mate, I'll be honest with you. Who am I?
Oh, he's there. Look at him.
because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
But yeah, so you've actually met before.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Danny, not just that, Pippa's actually got your guitar pick.
Yeah. You gave me your guitar pick. It was on TMI, CBBC.
Oh, yeah, I
show
remember
back
that.
in the
Yeah.
day. Yeah, so do I. And you gifted me your guitar pick, and I still have it.
So you were in the crowd at
I
TMI?
was a TMI.
And
Was
it's
a TMI girl?
Show.
No
We
way.
were co-stars.
Oh my God, those were the days, weren't they?
your co-star thing there is giving Sam and Joel Dommett co-hosting. I'm not sure. And if you look really closely around her neck, she's actually got your pick.
No, I promise.
That was my
I
next.
actually saw him check then, and I don't.
That was my next question. Do you still have the pick?
Yeah.
Do you actually?
She smells it every night.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Put it under my pillow.
Danny, can I ask you a quick question, mate? This is so off the bat, but do you know what? It's fucking weird because we probably got to know each other, obviously, in Australia. But like, I'm trying not to look at you right now because I'm about to like say something that's so fanboy.
Okay,
And you're
But,
sat
like,
so close.
Mate, I've like watched you for so many years.
Mate, isn't it weird?
And like being a fan of yours for so many years, and I've just realised we're on the sofa with Danny fucking Jones.
See that fight? That for me, that's like to hear that is it's incredible, and I almost forget what I do. I'm like, oh, I'm here just for a chat, but oh yeah, I'm in a band.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've been in a band for 21 years, and I feel like people
Fuck
have.
me, 21 years.
Yeah, we're old now.
No.
But what's amazing about that is people have like moments where they've built a life from that, or like amazing, cherished moments with their friends, or hard moments, or whatever it is. And throughout that's what you hear a lot of the time is like, oh, I had this, that song got me through a hard time, or that song I got married to that song, or, so there's this whole like empire of songs that we have, and I'm like, oh, people have built a life around it. I had some amazing moments in that song,
I have,
and I love that. So
it's absolutely wild. And what I wanted to ask actually off the back of that was like, you just said that you had people turning up at your house. Have you had people in bushes next to your gaff and stuff?
Well, I had yeah.
That's how you know you're a star. Yeah.
Well, do you know what?
Not really, mate, because I've also had that, and it's not because I'm a star, is it? It's just because I had some weirdo knocking one out in the bush outside my house.
What?
Yeah, long story.
Do you know what though? There was a moment the other day where someone sent me a message, and they normally they get a tattoo, like I'd write something on, like they tend to like a lyric, and they want me to write it.
Mental.
Great, cool, done, right? Amazing.
Although he said normally, as if that's normal.
Normally, right? But the other day, someone came up and they had my silhouette of me doing this. There's a song we do called Red, and we have this red light coming down. First tattoo of me is on someone's body. Now I'm like, I've made it. I have actually made it.
You made it before that.
No, but that for me was like to have my face on someone's body for the rest of their life. That was, for me, was like, that was amazing.
Danny, I know I know the
who's that? Is that
I know the feeling.
Mate, you've made it.
I've got
My son's made it.
Yeah. I've also got Sam, which is fucking weird.
Have you
He's got
actually?
me on his hip.
Oh my,
Yeah,
what?
I've got. Yeah, but I mean, when we went to get these tattoos, and they did just these little like fine line fucking things. Sam wasn't happy with the original drawing that she'd done because there wasn't enough lines in the face.
I told her to make him look older.
He asked the tattoo artist to make me look more lived in.
Lived in, okay.
And Sam's on mine looks like I've got some sort of strange Michael McIntyre looking fella news reporter because he's in a suit. It doesn't look anything like each other. It's really fucking weird. The whole thing's weird. And the worst part about mine is because I don't have a lot of space, he just sort of pops out of my pants. It looks like a little man's eyes are just popping out.
I love that.
Yeah, it's very fucking
No, I like
weird.
that.
Yeah,
if
it's
I had a
weird.
best mate like that, I'd get him tattooed on my
You
hip.
can have that one.
I would have you, Danny.
Listen, mate.
If you get me,
That sounded really weird. It sounded like I was going to fight him. I will have you.
I will have you.
I'll have you, mate.
If you get me, I'll get you.
Oh, I will. Oh my God. You heard it here first.
No, because he'll do this. He'll
I would
book
love
it.
to.
Oh,
Mate,
mate.
he'll book it. He'll book it. It's
fucking
fucking
love
weird.
that.
It would be funny.
I mean, the way you said that actually goes in quite nicely to the next part of this because it's kind of a question for both of you. Because the way you just said, I'll have you, like you were going to fight him. Is there, you were the king. You are now nobody.
Yeah.
You are the king. Sam, firstly, how jealous are you? I know you're going to say not at all. I couldn't hand it across to a better man. Obviously, you've just said that, and I felt some aggression in what you said there. Do you feel jealousy from Sam? Because I personally think you're going to be a better king than he ever was.
Do you know what's funny? Do you know what you've got to look forward to, Danny? Is that by the end of the year, and I genuinely mean this, you're going to be sick to death of it. Because
okay.
For now, it's because you've only just come out.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's fresh in your mind and everyone else's mind. By October this year, and they're going, King of the Jungle, Danny Jones. You're going to sit there and be like, you're going to sit there and be like, I almost feel like a fraud. I mean, you've got something to back. See, you're actually talented. So you've got McFly and you've got all of these things.
Yeah,
that
you've
done.
got a credible. You've got a credible background.
I have no background.
Yeah.
So all I get
Sam
called,
had this podcast and then the jungle.
Yeah, so Danny, all I get called is
mate.
King of the Jungle, Sam Thompson, still, and you are
that's
now
gonna
the King of the
last
Jungle.
forever.
It will last forever.
It will last forever.
And there was a moment where I gave the scepter over to Danny. And she goes, no, genuinely, you have to, don't you? You have to give the scepter and the crown round, right?
For anyone who doesn't know, it's a bit of wood.
Yeah, no, it's a scepter.
So Sam gave Danny a stick in Australia.
No, it's a scepter.
Well,
okay?
I don't know what you did with it last year, but it instantly broke in my hand.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see
Did you
that?
get to take it home, by the way?
No.
Yeah,
Did
I know. You know, I didn't get to take mine
You
home.
guys take it off you.
Yeah, I know, within seconds.
I was like,
how angry.
So hold on. So you don't even get your own stick. It's a hand-me-down.
No, but do you know what?
It's a hand-me-down.
I picked your head wreath.
Did you?
I did.
Is it? Hold on. What do you mean you picked it?
So I picked it out of so I got to decide which wreath I got to put on your head, and
Did you?
and I picked the flowers that I thought Danny would quite like.
And I did like them.
Yeah.
I loved them.
And then as
So
a-
did you have a preference on flowers for your crown before?
No.
No. Okay, so you just like whatever you were given because you were king of the jungle. Why did you pick the flowers?
Well, I just thought it'd be quite a nice touch.
What made you think those flowers would be suitable for Danny?
Well, I just thought they looked really nice. So that would look nice on Danny's head.
You're a fucking weird guy.
And then I came in, and I just thought to myself, just don't fuck this up. Because this is like live TV, like 10 million viewers. I was like, I know.
what you were thinking?
I was like, I know I'm gonna like slip over, or I'm gonna like headbutt him by mistake.
Smack him round the head with a scepter.
Yeah, with a scepter. And I was like, just don't make this like about you or anything like that. Just go in there, put the fucking crown on his head, give him the scepter, go, I'm so happy it's you, and leave. And I literally, and the panic I had, Danny, of just those 5 seconds, you'll never know. Do you know how many times they rammed it down my throat of what to do? Do you know how many times they told me what I needed to do? And I was like, why do you keep telling me? You're making me more nervous. But we all knew it was going to be you.
It's funny. Did you?
Well, I knew because you can tell by Instagram a lot of the time.
Oh, can you? Right.
Yeah, because you can tell, like, especially on Unpacked, because you were kind of doing so well, we didn't really need to talk about you that much because you were just like, you were loving it. Do you know what I mean? So you were just enjoying yourself.
You said
so
that
much.
to me though. You said just love where you are. I remember you saying that to me, and you saying, I think you said that you're in the shower once. You were like, look where we are, and I did exactly the same.
Yeah.
I was like, I've counted 17 frogs this morning in the shower with me. Like, when will that ever happen
Yeah,
again?
it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
It's amazing.
But then when we didn't speak about you on Unpacked, we'd get a flood of messages online.
Oh,
We'd like,
would ya?
Why are you not talking about Danny? I went,
Go on the McFly album.
I went, this geezer's got to win it. I was like, there's no way.
Did you? I mean, on that, because I mean, it's quite nice to have fucking like 2 kings in the building. I was out there for Australia for
Didn't
for
watch
Sam.
a thing of it.
Why would I? I have things to do. But I was out there and I knew from the beginning Sam was going to win, and I am going to be nice now because you are my best mate, and I knew everyone would fall in love with you because you are just genuinely such a nice person, but you're also incredibly funny and entertaining. And you're very much the same. I didn't know you, but from day one, after people got over the first 3 days of thinking Sam's an annoying prick, everyone from that moment, he was favourite to win.
Yeah.
There was never any doubt in my mind that he was going to win. Is that every week it was just people just loved him and loved him and loved him. And your fucking hate using the word journey was exactly the same. From day one, you were pretty much odds-on favourite to win.
Yeah.
Never in any doubt. I'm guessing in there, because I know you didn't feel like that, but in there, did you have an idea that you were popular?
Mate.
Or how popular you were going to be?
Terrifying, innit?
No.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like, did you have an
I
idea?
know exactly
I'm-
what you mean.
So this is what I think is a good perspective on it. Is on the inside looking out, you have no perspective of what is going on, what's going in the edit, how you're coming across. There was one point I took myself to the Bush Telegraph, and I checked in. I was like, I just want to know everything's all right on the
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
world. Is there anything I need to worry about? You know?
Yeah,
And do you know what they say? They say no news is good news.
yeah.
They go, basically, if we haven't called you in, don't worry about it.
Because I just woke up one morning. I was like, I think it was when I got chosen for a trial. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
The other thing is that you know, whether you can say it or not, but the crew don't really talk to you.
No.
You know, there's Australian military
Yeah.
that are like everywhere that don't talk to you. When you go into a trial, they don't. The last thing you see is the camp,
And then they put a
then
bandana over you,
and then
don't
you're on you're on, you know,
Yeah, you have
you're
go in
protected.
minibuses, don't you? Yeah.
Exactly. So the first thing you see is a load of bushes. You go through the bushes. There's Anton Deck.
Yeah,
So
terrifying.
it's a massive psychological game.
Oh, mate.
Massive.
It's absolutely wild. And I'll say this as well. It's when Ant and Jet walk in, you remember you're on TV.
So true.
Dude, and they walk in, you go, oh shit, I'm on a TV show.
Yeah.
And it's live.
It sounds really stupid when people do shows like this when they go, you forget the camera's there. But like I've obviously not done the jungle, but I've done similar shows. You do forget the camera's there
Within a
sometimes
day.
because it's when it's rigged like that. After a couple of days, you just start just fucking getting on with being in camp, like thinking this is my life, and you do forget it's
And
there.
doesn't the panic hit in, Danny, when they walk in, you go, shit.
Absolutely. There's a couple of points that I think I personally felt is I think the key is to forget the cameras there, because if you're going in a show like that, you have to just have trust in yourself
And be authentic.
and be authentic, because the moment you start doing things because cameras are there is when you don't come across well. You got to go in there and just be yourself and have situations like there was a couple of situations where I thought I'd messed up.
Well, actually, that's
awful.
another kind of good one. Whilst I've got you both here, is I don't know how similar you are, but I feel like everyone kind of loved you both for the same reasons, that you were happy, you were very entertaining. But I know from when you were in there that there were moments of that you found really tough, and they don't always show those moments, because I remember when I went in to see you and you literally just broke down, because it is tough at times. And I think like people always kind of see those kind of shows and they see the entertaining part of it, but there are tough parts to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, how did you find some of them bad days? That's a loaded question that you don't have to go into an in-depth thing about.
No, absolutely. I'll answer it super quick. I think the hard days were like, obviously we had storms as well. I don't know if you had.
The wettest.
Yeah,
the wettest season
terrible
ever.
fucking wet.
The hunger is real. You know, it's a struggle. And then when you do see someone that you love or your family, you're in lockdown before you go in the jungle.
Yeah.
That's the
I was
hardest
there
bit.
for
Forget
8
that bit
days
as well, yeah.
So it was 5 weeks before I saw any of my family. So, sorry, 4 weeks. So when I saw them, I was like, oh my God. And someone that you can actually talk to that you love, because you've only had your campmates and no one on the outside talks to you. So that like communication is key.
Breakdown.
What's going on? How's the social media? How's the family? Have you done the house? All these things that you want to ask. Boom, boom. And it's like, it's crazy. The hard times are hard. But I remember just thinking, be comfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's all I kept saying to myself.
One of my favourite
sayings.
sayings,
Just keep saying that.
Yeah.
Don't try and fight being clean. Just be dirty. Just embrace your environment, you know.
Do you know what, Danny? I mean this when I say it. You were, I knew I was going to love you from the moment I saw you at the airport, mate. But you were.
It was love at first sight.
So fucking brilliant, mate. You were so fucking
mate.
brilliant.
I can't take compliments, thank you. Mate.
And
Don't know where to look, Sam.
And as a viewer, it was.
Listen, when he goes, you won't get any from me.
It was
So.
the best thing I've ever seen in my
It gets
entire life.
real.
And on that note, I do actually have to go. But Danny, I'm so fucking happy. Pete's going to do a proper interview with you. I fucking love you.
I wouldn't bank on it.
Mwah. Mate, I'm going to send you loads of those glasses as well.
I thought you'd have a pair ready for me, mate, but you know, it's fine.
Oh no! Guys, I love you so much.
I got a whoop at the last one, so I don't get anything from this one, do I?
Oh, you got a whoop?
Yeah, I got a free whoop.
Yeah, do you want a beer?
Yeah, I was expecting that. You know what, I'll wear, what are those other ones I've got? I think I've got.
Right, another little bit of housekeeping, because we know I like structure and format, and I like everyone to know what's happening. We have done this podcast for a number of years, and it's always been kind of myself and Sam, and for the past year it's been hosted by King of the Jungle and me. It's still hosted by King of the Jungle and me, but rather than being a guest, we've now got a co-host, and that is the current King of the Jungle, which is going to be Danny Jones, because Sam has had to go to the doctors. Doctor called, urgent call, they've got the results in and he has got chlamydia. So he's just had to go pick up some amoxicillin and that. I did say he could have had some of the ones that I've got in my bag, but no, he wants to go see the doctor. We all know how he loves to go into the doctors. So now it's just me and Danny.
He's free of chlamydia.
Yeah. Well, we can get you tested.
Okay.
It's got part and parcel. I know you've done
I
some
just
other.
done a medical check for the jungle, I'm fine.
Yeah, well, there you go.
fine,
Happy
mate.
days then. Happy days. Right, so let's crack on with the whole jungle thing. We are going to talk a lot about that, and I'm sure you're probably sick of talking about it.
No, it's all good, man. I love it.
What has it been like since you come out? Because when you do like a show like that that's so close to Christmas, you always go into kind of that Christmas fucking break thing, and it's all a bit mad. What was the whole Christmas being King of the Jungle like?
Well, it was amazing. Obviously, being away from the family has been like such a long time. But honestly, mate, like I spent a few days out there in Oz for a while after, just to chill with the family.
Oh, you stayed for a few days?
Yeah. So I stayed there for like 8-9 days. I just got back to like, honestly, I could not eat anything though. Was he the same?
Right, this is really odd. Right, when you say you couldn't eat anything, is it like when you're in shows like this? So the only thing I can compare it to is I did Bear Grylls, like the island,
Did you
about
actually?
5 years.
Oh, amazing! Right.
And I did a month on that.
Oh yeah.
And lost a fucking load of weight, and you can't fucking eat, you can't do anything. And when you're in like shows like that, you're dreaming of all the things you miss eating.
Yeah.
And then when you come out, you eat them, and it's not as good as what you remember. And I couldn't stomach anything. The best thing I could eat was just fresh fruit, because it's the sweetness and whatever else.
So true. Same as me,
But
mate.
you're thinking about sweets and like fucking donuts and shit, and you eat them and you go, oh, it's not great. And I couldn't. It took me so long to eat properly.
Yeah.
And no one, I don't know anyone that's been the same as me. He just cracked on eating.
Did he?
Mate, Maura came out, right, and she told me this. She literally went straight in and had like a full fry up, then had a burger, then had 3 plates of pasta, and was just like fucking gorging herself. I couldn't eat for about 3 weeks after I did something like this. I had to wean myself back onto normal food.
Mate, I was the same as you. I was craving fruit. I mean, I was craving that sweet stuff. Vanilla milk Like vanilla milkshake was the closest I got to satisfaction. It's like, oh, it's cold. I was craving that. I had a beer. I felt terrible. I had a burger. I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I was on Imodium for 3 days straight.
Oh,
It was hot. I was like, oh my God.
It's tough, innit, when you've got to try and be happy as King of the Jungle and you've got the 2 bob bits.
Yeah, exactly,
You know what I mean?
mate.
You've got to go through all the press things just thinking, let's
I'm
wrap this
trying
up.
to have a good time
Yeah,
here.
let's wrap this up because I'm shitting through the eye of a needle.
Mate, it was bad. Like, all through the night.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
the last thing the doc said to me, he went, go small, go easy. Obviously, I didn't. But I thought half a burger and a milkshake would have been small and easy. It's not. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be gentle on yourself.
Because it's like an intense detox when you're in there because it's
Yeah.
like, there's no fucking
It
like,
really is.
additives and all that sort of shit. Yeah,
I mean, it's
a bit
amazing.
wild.
Like, all your inflammation, everything like gets cleaned out.
Well,
I don't know ever it gets cleaned out because I was eating.
I mean,
Wombat
you're in pretty
legs.
good shape anyway, but I mean, you were ripped to fuck when you come off of it.
Oh,
Did you come out and like look at
Mate.
yourself? Because you don't have mirrors in there either. So when
No.
you come out and you look at yourself and you've fucking grown a beard and
mate,
whatnot,
that
like,
tash was terrible. I've
mean-
kept a little bit, but that was like too much. That
I mean, it was, yeah, I don't want to say it was a bit creepy, but
quite like the cheekbones coming out though. I did like that bit. I was like,
Yeah.
I've never had that before.
what, the old cheekbones? Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
but
was
that's
like,
good for
I'll
someone
get
like
them
you
out.
because you're a really good looking guy. Like, I lost
Thanks.
a
Come on, mate.
Yeah, you are. You're a good looking fucker. You got a little
So are
fucking
you,
like
mate.
Elvis quiff curl thing going.
you like
on.
that?
The lineup for this year, I think, has been hailed as being one of the best lineups for years and years and years. Like, while you were all in there, it was everyone seemed to love everyone, like
Yeah.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Because normally, if you do kind of these shows, there is the odd dickhead.
Yeah.
You didn't really have any this year, I don't
No,
think.
we didn't.
But
Do you know what?
you create different bonds with people when you do these things, and you had like a really close bond with Barry,
Yeah.
like
Bazza.
massively. Have you spoken to him a lot since you come out?
Yeah, man. We're going to the boxing like next week.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
See,
there's
that's
a couple of
that's
yeah.
the kind of good things when you do things like this. Is you meet people you would never normally kind of get to meet, and develop some really weird fucking friendships.
Absolutely, mate. Like, obviously gravitated to him because I don't speak to my dad, and I was like, you know what? Maybe you could be my jungle dad, and he became that. He's like this kind of guy who I looked up to, and I love boxing anyway. And I was
Yeah.
like, can't wait to like get into asking him some questions and all. You know, I'm fascinated by it. And you know, his son is now one of the leading trainers in that, and I love all of that. I find people like that at the top of their game or who've been top of their game, find them fascinating, and
Yeah.
you want to ask them the questions. But it's almost like for him who's retired now, like I ask him the questions like, I've got a son, like what would you give me? What is your advice to me? Like, I'm trying to sustain this career and be successful, but what's, you know, and it was all those questions that I loved asking him. And he's such a wise, amazing, thoughtful, kind guy, and seeing such a strong boxer champion be so vulnerable as well was an amazing thing.
Yeah, that was a really beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Like, and I think you guys actually both, you know, you and Barry did an awful lot in there, like on a serious note for kind of men's mental health and being quite vulnerable. And it's a subject that's quite close to my heart as
Is
well.
it?
So,
Right, okay.
Yeah. So big props to both
Yeah.
of you because I think more people need to see, you know, men talking about things on TV and
Absolutely, mate. And
all that
do you
sort
know
of
what?
stuff.
I didn't realise how powerful it was. I didn't realise it. I mean, because I've spoke about it before on various podcasts, but I think that show is a great platform for that because it's an absolute monster of a show. And I think putting celebs in situations like that, but seeing that vulnerable side that all, you know, whether you're successful or not, we all have the same problems or we have
Yeah.
issues that we're not scared to talk about. Seeing someone vulnerable is actually a strength and things like that. You know, it was,
Yeah.
just coming out and hearing the responses from that and, you know, knowing that it's close to you and hearing that you've even seen that, it still shocks me that it's had that impact, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, toxic masculinity and the way I was kind of brought up, because I think we've got quite a lot of similarities, weirdly. I have a similar working class background, and I don't speak to my dad and whatever
Oh,
else.
do you
And-
not?
No,
Right,
so I
okay.
was always kind of brought up to be the man and
Yeah.
you know, like be strong and do all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff and not be weak. And as I've got kind of older, or what I thought was being weak, and as I've got older, actually, you know, being vulnerable and kind of showing that kind of softer side is stronger than anything. Holding things inside is a bad way of doing things, and I think you did a really amazing job.
Thanks, mate.
Of doing that, you and Barry. I think it was amazing for people to see.
Well, I think he opened that for me. Seeing him like that, I was like, oh, maybe I can talk about my things. And I think that's what it is. It's seeing someone that, oh, you've opened up about it. Like if I saw you open up, like, oh, maybe I could. And
Yeah.
it's as simple as that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think on a surface level, we could go, you know, and have a beer and just chat about stuff. And it's like, oh, mate, you into football? You into this? Whatever, about dancing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we never get to that.
No.
Never
no.
gets to that. And in a situation like that, and seeing him grieving for his kid and that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, massive.
And then someone asked me a question about my situation. I was like, maybe I can talk about it. But then,
yeah.
So it's, it is important, mate. And I think having friends around me and similar people, in the industry with similar situations, I feel now that it can have impact on people and it can help. And I'm all down for helping.
Yeah,
I'm all down for
and
that.
I think that's an amazing thing, and you should give credit to yourself and don't underestimate the impact that you probably had just by sharing your story and sharing how you feel. And I think what you're doing for Calm is genuinely amazing, mate. So props to you.
Thanks, mate. Because I think I'm always a little bit.
There was still a bit of a stigma, and you're still a bit apprehensive about.
You're like, what should I talk about? Like, because even talking about my dad it's just my story.
Yeah.
And other people are going through that. And I think that's what I've learned the most is don't be scared to talk about it.
Yeah, and quite often it's not about necessarily giving advice or telling people what to do. Sometimes people just want to be heard, and they just want to feel like that they can share something and not be judged by that. And so
exactly, mate.
Yeah, props to you, man.
Thanks, mate.
We are going to bring the tone up slightly now because I know you've just come straight from doing another podcast, which is quite deep. So let's get on to some other things. Let's talk about McFly.
Yeah.
And McFly success. Not just as a band, you're still together.
Yep.
Which is how many years?
21.
Which has made me feel fucking old.
How old are you?
I'm 37 this year.
Yeah, I'm 38.
Yeah. Why do you look fucking 10 years younger? What a prick.
You look young,
what
mate. Come on.
Fuck.
Do I actually?
Yeah, you really do, mate. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. I look like I could be your creepy uncle.
It's just the hydrofacials every 3 months.
Fucking, I need to get on that shit. Fucking, hook us up. Do you know what I mean? We'll go for facials together.
Mate, love that. Let's
don't
be
clip that
facial
bit up
friends.
because that sounded
I never
fucking
talk
bad.
about that because it's not very masculine, is it?
Yeah. But yeah, 21 years, mad. How have you as a band managed to stay together for that amount of time?
I think, do you know what? I don't know. I actually don't know. I think for me, McFly will never die. And it's always been about the journey of again, I hate that word, but it's all about what is the end goal. And for me, it's like, I want to be like the Rolling Stones. Got my motorbike license test this
See,
week.
we're very similar.
You?
I ride bikes, yeah.
Mate, I love bikes.
Mate, I've got three Harleys and a Triumph.
Oh my God,
mate,
come on, have you got a Triumph?
Yeah, I've got a Triumph Bonneville.
Have you got Bonneville? No
Bonneville,
way.
Yeah.
Come on.
Shit, did we just become best friends?
Shit,
fucking hell. That's a room for activities.
Mate, I've got my test on Sunday.
Have you actually?
Mod 1, yeah.
Oh, mate, Mod 1, you'll fucking absolutely breeze. It'd be fucking good as gold. Mate, as soon as you do that, perfect time to be doing it as well.
Mate, I can't wait to get rid of my L plate.
Last year I rode from London to Italy, 10 countries, 10 days.
Let's do some riding.
Mate, all over it.
Oh my
all
God.
All over it. I've got a riding pal because Sam's got a Vespa.
Nah,
so
no,
it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same.
It suits him, that.
Yeah, it does suit him. Yeah. Especially when he gets cancelled because he can work for Deliveroo.
Oh my God. Mate, that's amazing.
McFly, amazing. You've obviously had a huge career. Like, this show is called Staying Relevant, and Sam and I started this a couple of years ago because neither of us are relevant and probably will ever be. So we always ask everyone.
You're pretty relevant.
Well, I mean, he was, and then now you've made him irrelevant because you've taken his crown. And I the only thing that's made me relevant really in the past kind of 6 months is the fact that I wore PVC on national television. Yeah, mate, and it lived on the internet. Yeah, they were really tight PVC trousers.
Oh, mate, well, I did the same, obviously, with the purple.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were GKs, not mine.
Well, mate, like the problem I had with the PVC is it looked like there was a ferret fighting for dominance in that area. It's not because I've got a big penis, I've just got huge bollocks.
Mate, I've described mine as a pug on a beanbag.
Fucking
great,
love that,
right?
mate. Yeah.
In cold weather, it's literally like
bikes.
this.
We both have got huge nuts.
Pug on, yeah. I've got
and
huge
do you know what? It
nuts.
gets worse as you get a little bit older as well. Like, because we're both of a similar age now. When you start having a bath and your bollocks float and it looks like... Mate, because they rise to the surface and it looks like your penis is on a little life raft. It's fucking weird, isn't it, mate? Anyway, so I just want to point out as well that you've just come from the High Performance podcast to this. Fucking hell, how you've downgraded. But anyway, so McFly, amazing. The Jungle, did you ever expect to do a show like that?
No, I just said no for so long. No.
So they've asked you to do it before?
There's been talks about it. I was scared. I was scared of it. I was scared of TV until I did The Voice Kids, right? The Voice Kids, right? In a band, you sat there doing interviews, and I was always the one that was like the northern one, and didn't really make much sense when I was talking, and I was a bit hungover from the night before, and whatever, you know. So So like, I never really had that like freedom to be like, oh, let's just chat. So when I got like The Voice Kids, I was like, oh my God, I have to hold my own. And it was the best thing for me.
And that was just you. It wasn't with the other guys
Yeah, it was
from
just
the band.
me, yeah.
So,
And I did that for 7 years.
so there's no safety net of having three other people with you.
No. And I was never like, you know, you can talk, like I can talk now for days, right? But back in the day, I was like, oh, I'm scared of saying the wrong thing, or what if I offend someone, or what if someone gets upset? I was constantly scared of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Authenticity is the best gift that any of us have got. There's 8 billion people in the world, and like the beautiful thing about you and me and like everyone in this room and anyone listening is that you're completely and utterly fucking unique. Trying to be something that everyone else wants you to be, or trying to be a version of yourself that people will like, is fucking hard to do, and it's draining. And the best version you can be of yourself is just yourself. I think it's really nice for people to be able to do that.
And it doesn't matter if you don't know yourself yet. Just go with it. Take it day by day. I think I didn't know who I was for a while, because I was like, I thought, when I first met Tom, I thought I was Liam Gallagher. I'm like, all right, Tom, you all right, man? I had the hair down like that.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Parker on.
I was like, I don't write pop tunes. Fuck that. Yeah. And Tom, like, you know, I think travel and being in a band and all of that, it educates you and it makes you the person. And I know not everybody can't travel, but what in my experience is just don't be shut off to everything. Understand why something is successful, but you don't have to like it.
Yeah,
it's all right. And I think I've had so many people around me that have had such a strong opinion on something. I don't like that, and pigeonhole. I hate all that.
Yeah.
Just accept it. If you don't like it, it's fine. But understand why it's successful. Oh, someone might like it. That's fine.
You're a very wise man.
Thanks,
Nice,
man.
I like it. So, listen, you won the jungle.
Yes.
But McFly have been very successful outside of the band because Harry won Strictly.
Yeah.
Dougie won the jungle.
Yeah.
So that's 3 out of 4. How does Tom feel about coming 7th?
He's gutted, mate.
Mate,
But he doesn't.
all
Mate.
3 of you have won your shows apart from Tom.
Well, there's
but his wife won it.
Oh, his wife won it.
So
Of course
that's his
he did.
thing. He's basically living off his wife, who I know very well, G.
Yeah.
Shout out to G. We love G.
Oh, mate, she was. I saw a couple of things she said about me whilst I was in, and it's lovely to hear, like, to have the support of people around you that you know so well. So yeah, it's amazing. But let me just go back to Tom, because Tom's winning in life anyway. He wrote All About You. He's got a bigger house than all of us.
Yes. Yeah. I
He's
mean,
just about to write Paddington. He's got musicals coming out of his arse.
Yeah.
He's winning.
So he's kind of the brains behind the operation.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he looks like Brains from Thunderbirds.
Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, like that's fucking for a band. Like
Tom's a clever guy, yeah.
That level of success is testament to how fucking popular McFly are. Do you know what I mean? Like you said it earlier on, the McFly army.
Yeah.
They don't let you guys down, do they? They really don't.
And I feel so lucky to be in a band that have such strong individuals in it. And it's great that we can do that. It doesn't mean we're splitting up. I think that's what keeps it healthy. Time apart, time together, it all keeps it super healthy. We know that, this is how we look at it. We know that McFly is the jumbo jet and he needs to fly. But then we've got little private planes going here and there, or little Cessnas flying around. I think that's important to look at it like that, because
It's a fucking weird analogy, mate. But
It is
I like
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is weird.
Jumbo jets and Cessnas is not where I thought you were going to go with that, but I fucking like it.
Do you like it?
Yeah,
Are you into it? I love it, mate.
Aviation analogies are my thing.
just because Tom's a pilot.
Is he a pilot as well? Oh,
Of course
shit.
he is.
But look, I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. That sounded really fucking rude. Actually, no, fuck it. I don't know what it is. You won the jungle because you're a fucking lovely guy. But last year, it wasn't just the jungle you won.
No, it was pretty mad.
Mate.
And I will say,
Mate, basically, if you are ever doing a fucking show, right, I can't. You got a hat trick last year of fucking wins. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
So let's just put this into perspective. How people didn't think, if I'd have known all of this, like and thought about it through, I'd have fucking bet on you for the fucking jungle, because
Mate.
this guy don't fucking lose. Right? Let me tell you.
imagine the bet for the treble.
Mate,
It would have been
the bet for the
amazing.
treble. I fucking wish we could find out what the odds are on that.
Oh my God.
The Voice.
Yeah,
You and Tom won The Voice.
yeah.
Fuck it, I'll give Mars Singer a go. Basically, I'll complete TV this year, shall I? Mars Singer. Fucking won Mars Singer. Oh, fuck it, have I got time for the jungle? Yeah, go on then, fuck it, I'll roll in there for another crown. What a fucking liberty.
I know.
3 of the biggest shows on TV, you fucking won them all. Tell us the fucking secret.
Mate, it sounds
Because I think you're a lovely guy, but you ain't that fucking
No,
great.
it ain't that long.
Like, fucking what? Who? Listen.
What
what are you doing in the background, mate?
I'm gonna bring it back, bring it back down a little bit. The Voice is you vote for someone else. But Team Tom and
Yeah,
Danny.
yeah.
But no, I won it.
Yeah.
Masked Singer. Listen, right. I went at the start of the year. That's the first thing that came out, and I did that. And I'm always for doing stuff that you're scared of. Blah blah blah. It's always good for you to do it. I was shitting myself. 2 reasons.
Singing on stage quite petrifying for you. Something new, is it?
No. Yeah, but being voted for it's different.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'm going into that show being a singer. So if I went out first, how embarrassing
is that the
is
first
that?
show you've done where the public have had to vote for you?
Yes.
But they didn't know it was you, so do you know what I mean?
But the Masked Singer, right? So I'm going in there and I'm thinking, so obviously I've not won anything by this point.
Yeah.
But, I said, I'll go for it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. And I had this like vision of like, do you know what? I said, if I'm doing it, I'm going to go all in. I need to be all in and I need to pick my own songs. And they let me do that.
Okay.
Because I felt like it was something I could navigate. I could hide behind this mask. I could play a different character. That's what it was for me. And I created these moments like, singing a Celine Dion song as a fish. It's crazy, but it worked really well on TV. And I kind of knew that. So I think it's knowing how TV works as well. And what I learned from that, I took into The Voice and I took into I'm a Celeb. Whereas like...
Just that sort of winning mentality, yeah?
Just
what
being...
an arrogant fucking... I learned how to win. No,
but being yourself and working hard on something, doing a show half-heartedly is not the way to do a show.
Yeah,
doing
completely.
a show all in and embracing it and being part of it and loving it, and that's the way to do it. And I think that's what I learned from it.
I did Strictly last year, and like one thing I said about that is like I was fucking useless. I'm not a dancer, but one thing I did do was take the show seriously, but not myself seriously.
That's it.
And I think that's always, if you do that, then do you know what I mean? Like you can at least enjoy it, and you put 100% into that. And anything I do, and I think anything you kind of do in life, you want to do to the best of your ability, whatever that may be. Do you know what I mean? So you have no regrets. But
do the shows for the right reasons,
and exactly,
and it'll be great.
Yeah, exactly. I actually saw. Because when I first heard about Masked Singer, I was at like, they do like the ITV Palooza fucking thing. Years ago before it first started. And I remember sitting there and they'd say...
That might have been where I first met you.
I think it might have been, because we've met a few times on weird kind of nights. We go, all right,
hi,
mate, all right,
bye. Yeah.
And I remember it coming up on the screen, what they were doing, and I thought, what a bollocks that, it's going to be fucking ridiculous. What sort of, like, just didn't understand it. It's become fucking huge. And I've seen quite a few of them. Like, because I quite enjoy it, because I think it's fucking weird. It's a weird show, but also you do get the odd person who's shit, but you get some fucking amazing singers like yourself.
That's what it's about, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like, that makes some really beautiful moments. But I've never understood, and then the secret of who it is and who it, like, do you or do you not actually tell your family, and does people actually know? I saw the video of your boy, man, like watching the show and you recording it. Did he so he had no idea that was you? So
it's really strict on like...
Yeah, is it that strict?
It's strict.
Oh, when they say, oh yeah, we're doing this, but
NDA
is
strict.
it? Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Obviously there's certain people that need to know. Like my band and my wife. why are you going out in a hoodie every day, you weirdo?
Yeah, I imagine you have to tell
weird
them.
times, so we had to lie to my little boy, and obviously because he was at school, he would have been telling everyone, my dad's the fish. He would have ruined it.
Yeah, the son would have had a field day with the source says. Do you know what I mean?
So we had to lie, and it was awful. It was awful. I went out the door with a hoodie on saying, don't speak to me, one-way visor, gloves on to cover my tattoos, black socks, black trousers. It was proper. Like confidential. So for him, when he found out, it was shocking to him. The fact that he didn't, because when he first saw it, he turned around and was like, Daddy, that sounds like you. And I'm going,
oh, did he actually? Did he hear the voice and go, oh, that sounds like you, Dad?
He said, it's got to be you. And I said, Cooper, how can it be me? I'm here. I played that thing. Oh, he's in the TV.
Yeah, use the power of telly.
It worked, mate.
Yeah, nice.
So when it got revealed, he was like, how can it be you though? Because you're here. I was like, oh, okay, we've been lying to you.
Now we need to sit down and I'll explain to you why I've lied to you.
But he always questions me now.
Oh, does he?
Is that really?
Oh, shit.
Really? You know, I'm not lying to you ever again.
Oh, I love
Ever
that.
again, son.
It was a beautiful reaction.
Tactical
though.
lies.
Yeah, it was a beautiful reaction. And honestly, mate, you were great on that. The other Masked Singer question I've got for you is, so you said about picking the songs, you picked your songs. You're Piranha.
Piranha, yeah.
Did you pick that?
Yeah.
Do you pick that? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
So I got give. Well, I don't know why. The teeth. I had a few laid out in front of me, and I was like, and I just gravitated to him.
You just gravitated towards
Because he had
Piranha.
personality. I tried to get them to maybe, when I first saw him, he was quite aggressive. So I tried to get them to Pixar him up a bit. Just make him like eyelashes, make him a bit more friendly, like Nemo, a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I didn't scare off the kids in the front row, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So we did that. We worked on that. I liked his Mohican. I liked the fact that I instantly got a feeling that I could play a character in him.
I mean, obviously some people. I mean, there was one at the weekend. Someone was spaghetti bolognese.
Spag Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, spag bowl. Like
That was
I feel like if you're gonna,
Kate Garraway.
yeah, if you're gonna pick a character to do something like that, I imagine you want to be quite a cool. Like Piranha's quite cool. A bowl of spaghetti bolognese. I'm not so sure about that. Do you know what I mean? I think someone else. It was a bush.
A bush. Yeah, I got that as an option.
Yeah,
that
like,
as
I
an
can see
option.
why you gravitated towards Piranha.
Yeah.
And McFly going back on tour
Yeah, man. Like,
with Busted.
well, listen, yeah. I was meant to have, this is why I'm a Celeb was crazy, because I was meant to have these next couple of months off. We've got sold out tour in September. McFly versus Busted. I was like, I'll just move house. I'll have a nice chilled year. I've had a mad year. I've just won 2 shows. Don't worry about it. It all went tits up. Because obviously now having this show, my wife had to move house without me. She's now
Shit.
like, mate.
Oh, wow.
She took herself off in the wilderness to recharge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mate. It's like,
I bet
you
she
know,
absolutely loved you for that one, mate.
I thought there was going to be a solicitor in the jungle waiting for me.
Yeah, you come out of the jungle. She's moved house, but she won't tell me where. You know what I mean? I've turned back up, and it's like, where is
Where's she
everyone?
gone? So yeah, I was meant to be chilling. So it's everything's changed. But what's amazing is that I've still got we've got some summer shows coming in, and then we've got this whole crazy versus tour at the end of the year, which is all styled on like WWF. We're gonna have like a ring as a stage and have ringside seats, and it's all about who's the greatest band, because we've always had this friendly rivalry, but now we've never really decided. And I think they split up a couple of times. They've only got one King of the Jungle. We've already won.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you,
we could ask Pip.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
Were you McFly or Busted? Obviously McFly.
Well, obviously McFly.
Yeah, obviously McFly.
Let's just ask it for the edit. Who's the better band?
McFly.
There you go. We've already won it.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, let's hold on. I mean, you've just asked the one fan here that we know is a massive
she's
McFly
just,
fan.
It's a one person at random.
Let's just go round the room then. McFly or Busted?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, sit on the fence anymore. You get splinters, you prat. Annalise? Okay, I feel like it's sort of slightly unfair and Busted that we're asking whilst a member of McFly sat here. But I'm going to put my ring into the hat and say, actually...
Busted. Come on.
No, I'm McFly as well.
Are you? Come on.
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying because I'd really like to say Busted.
Busted, but listen,
I just can't
Busted
get over
are
that
good.
bloke's eyebrows.
Who's?
The bloke's eyebrows.
Oh, Charlie.
Are they that amazing?
No, they're amazing.
They look fucking great.
Nowadays, as mine are going greyer, I wish I had his eyebrows.
Yeah, they're honestly fucking incredible.
They're amazing.
Like again, why have I turned into Sam in this podcast? I've gone really fucking weird.
It's because he's not here.
No, do you know what it is? It's because I did Lorraine this morning and I've been up on a fucking promo tour for 2 days.
Did you?
And I'm off my fucking tits on coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, I'm shaking like a shitting dog. I am literally like, there's a lot going on. It's fucking, honestly, it's madness. Anyway, let's wrap this up before I have a heart attack. So,
Final point, like, Busted are good, but they're just not as good.
yeah, completely. I like what you
So I
did there.
won't,
Yeah,
they're just not as good.
Now, Sam's got a habit, obviously. Last year, he attached himself to Marvin from JLS and he's performed with JLS. They actually came when we did our podcast tour. They came and performed JB, who I did Strictly with, and he did.
Yeah,
obviously
he's a
Jungle
nice
with
guy,
Marvin.
isn't he?
Such a lovely guy, really lovely guy. Sam has actually performed with JLS on stage. I imagine, and Sam is also a huge wrestling fan. If I were you, I wouldn't tell him about this kind of wrestling theme, and because he will ask to come and either referee some sort of ringside thing. He'll ask to come and perform. He'll start learning all the songs. He'll do the whole fucking thing. So I would be careful with telling him that, because that sounds like Sam's wet dream.
Okay, so I'll just offer him a ticket then.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that.
Would you not?
No, I'll come.
Make him back. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'll take Pippa. There's also you've got the tour coming up, which is amazing, and that's going to be what, end of the year, September. September. Is there anything else? I mean, you've basically completed the world of music now, won every show on TV. What else is there? I mean, is there anything you've got your eye on?
No. I mean, I'd love.
What else can I just sort of the full motorbike license, really?
Mate,
that's next
just,
up.
Honestly, I would love like some. Yeah, imagine like. How about this? You got some like. Would you call it? Minds on motorbikes, and we could do something with Calm on motorbikes.
I am going to put this. It's not often I like people's ideas. Fucking love this. And also, I can guarantee now, we do share the same PR, and the devil works hard, but Charlotte Tobin works harder. Yeah. I can guarantee, I heard the intake of breath in the background. She is currently writing a pitch for that. Yeah. And it's been 10 seconds. You know, I'm watching her now, and I know her so 10 years I've worked with her. She's literally going to come off of that. Next week we'll be in a meeting about it. Great. I can guarantee you.
You know, it could be a good TV show. It could be a documentary or something.
Mate, I'm all over that. And at that point, because I think you and I are going to be working together.
Are we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. You and I are going to be loose men.
Yes, we are, mate. That's amazing.
Which is wild.
Oh my God,
yeah. So it's going to be.
I'm excited for that.
Anyway, on that note, mate, it's been an absolute fucking pleasure. I can't wait to see you for Loose Men.
Yes,
I think it's going to be fucking fun. But more than anything, I can't wait to go and ride fucking motorbikes with you.
Mate, come on.
Congratulations on everything you've done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the podcast. Fucking loved it, mate. Let's do a little fucking round of applause for fucking
thank you. Thanks for having me.
So thank you for listening to Staying Relevant, the podcast hosted by the King of the Jungle, the better one. We're going to say Danny Jones is now a co-host here. And me. If you want to feature in the podcast, then email the worst email address ever created. Pippa, I still haven't forgiven you for that. If you want to be in this, then email hello@srproductions.co.uk. Make sure you subscribe, follow, do all of that sort of stuff, rate, review, follow us on socials at Staying Relevant Podcast, and then make sure you fucking tune in and do all that bollocks next week if you want to. Ta-da, fuck off, see you later.
I love it, mate.
This has been a Staying Relevant production.